Hello, my name's Sean Gunning, and this is answers to Jeanine's questions. Question one: what are you known for? Uh, I think if my wife was to answer that, she'd say being a Dudley Do-Right or being annoyingly romantic. Um, it depends on whose perspective. Obviously, I think primarily, for work, I'm a writer. I'm a proposal manager for an environmental engineering company as my main way of making a living. And I've written and published a poetry book a while back, and just recently a book about Catholic pilgrimage to the Holy Land. That I suppose I'm probably known for being Catholic with family and friends, and we all probably hope that we're considered funny. I like to think that, I like to try to make people laugh, and I think I've got a good sense of humor about things. But I'm also known for being a bit judgy, a bit quick to judge, something I've been working on for a long time. And that's the main conflict in the Holy Land book, actually, is that struggle that I have to be more compassionate and less judgmental, less trying to fix all the problems and make people better than what they appear to be. So that's question one. Have I missed anything? What am I known for? Well, I guess in some ways I'm known for being married to Reggie for 32 years. That's quite an accomplishment, really, when you think about it. We met at a nightclub in London in 1986, and after she rejected my offer of buying her a drink 4 times, she said yes on the fifth attempt, which was going to be my last attempt, by the way. And so we've been married 32 years. So I guess I'm known for that as well. I'm a bit sporty. I play golf now. I used to play football. So yeah, well, I used to be sporty, not anymore. Let's move on to question two. Where do you call home and why? That's a really good question because I've lived in Long Beach, California now for 32 years. And so I suppose if I'm being honest with myself, I would consider America to be my home now. And I'm not quite sure when that changed, but even like when I talk about going home to see my family in London and my friends back home, I'm referring to England as home. And so I still do feel like London is home, my mum's house, where my mum and my brother live. But at the same time, here where I live in Long Beach, California, is obviously my real home. So that's a really interesting question. In fact, when I was in the Holy Land, we were out on the Sea of Galilee, and they have these boats that come out, and based on the predominant nationality of who's on the boat, the tourists, they fly the flag of that nation. And so we were heading back to shore after our 5 minutes out on the ocean, out on the Sea of Galilee, and a boat was going out, and it was had a Union Jack, and they were playing the national anthem, and there was some really bad singing of the national anthem, and I thought for a moment that was kind of like 27 years of my life was just sailing away into the past. And it was quite a moment to experience that. So that's a very good question, Jeanine. Number three, what little things soothe you? Tea. Got my cup of tea. Any good Englishman will just have a cup of tea, and all the problems in the world will just dissolve. Not really, but that's what I do. So I'm certainly known for being a tea drinker with my nieces and nephews. When they were little, I used to have them make me a cup of tea to see who could do it the best, and it was quite funny. They tried, and they were waiting to see what my verdict would be. What little things soothe you? I got to say, when you've got stresses, if you've got a faith system, it really helps. I'm Catholic, so I've been quite a few ups and downs in my life with work problems, and my mum and I not getting along. My mum can be a bit tough sometimes. And so, if you do believe in some kind of faith system, that certainly helps. If you're lucky enough to be with someone that really knows you and cares about you, that, of course, is a tremendous help. And there's fantastic telly now. It really is brilliant to be able to watch Netflix and all these fantastic shows from all different countries all over the world. And so when you can just watch something that's really well done, and you get to see that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where we are on planet Earth, we're all kind of the same. We all have the same aspirations, the same problems, the same aches and pains, and we're just so fortunate to have what a friend of mine calls rich country problems instead of poor country problems, which so just that gratitude and that awareness of what other people have to deal with really, really helps when things aren't going quite so well. Next question is, what never fails to cheer you? Reggie, she's just the funniest girl I've met. Even now, she still makes me laugh. Like just the other day, she said, if you could get me a glass of water, please, with ice. And I'm like, okay. And then I was going to the kitchen, putting my plate away or whatever, and I came back, and I hadn't yet finished doing what I was doing, so I hadn't forgotten. But she just said, Reggie, water, ice. And it just made me laugh. It's just the way she says things. So she's the first thing that came to mind when I thought of how to answer that question. Yeah, what never fails to cheer me? Well, we'll leave it at that. Well, let me try and think of something else. When you see just not just young people, but anyone that is being kind or just trying to do their best at something, and you see that they have something they need to do, or they're trying to do something, and they just do their best, and they're not lazy about it. That cheers me. Okay, next question. What does society get wrong? We do not have time for me to answer that question, because that will take me days. What does society get wrong? You know what? I think that, and I've thought this for a long time, lying became acceptable, I don't know when, in all walks of life, and so many problems arise as a result of lies. I've taken pride in, if I screw up and I do something wrong, or I really try hard not to lie about anything. Sometimes, of course, it's really embarrassing if you tell the truth, but you know what? Take the embarrassment, okay, and just move on. It'll fade quickly. Don't lie about stuff because it leads to bigger problems. So I've always felt like that, and I've noticed in society now with all this fake news and everything, people are realizing that the truth is, is important, and for so long it has not been important. So I guess if I just answer in that way, um, because we can't pick apart all the things that are wrong in society. Um, and I'm not really one to um, complain about what should be done, because to be quite honest with you, I don't do enough myself. Um, that's something that's always been with me in my adult life, is feeling that I might do some kindness here and there. I might be part of a charity or something for a while here and there at different times of my life, but I could be doing so much more. And so I'm hoping that when I finish work, that I will commit to that with more of my time to helping other people, and not just my own my own happiness and joy and that kind of thing. What do you think we can do about it? Well, you could put me in charge, and then a lot of things will improve pretty quickly. Uh, but yeah, there's so much that I don't know. Um, I'll talk about one thing. Homelessness has become a major issue in America, in California, in Long Beach. And there's money everywhere, and I don't know why we can't just. And there's vacant land, a lot of vacant land, okay? Um, Not in residential areas like down by the ports. Why can't we just get a piece of that land and have little small homes, like all the shipping containers, and put plumbing in and put sanitation in, and invite all the homeless people to go and have their own community and live there and figure it out. I mean, I know it's not something you can do in 6 months, but we've had 10 years to work on this, okay? So let's get it figured out. Don't talk about money. Don't tell me about availability of land. Don't talk to me about, well, some of these homeless people, they don't want help. Well, you know what? If you make it inviting, and there's medical services on site and that kind of thing, I mean, figure it out. So, um, I don't know. I'll move on to the next question. Wow, what is your greatest talent? What is your hidden talent? My greatest talent, I don't think I really have a great talent. I think one thing I'm good at is listening, and I think that I know that I have been good at setting my pride aside when I need to. That's a very, very difficult thing to do. So many of society's problems arise because of pride. Uh, Pride is like a real serious thing, and it's not easy to just swallow your pride and do whatever needs to be done to smooth things over. But I've had to do that a few times, and I feel good about my ability to do that. Um, what is my greatest talent? Well, I'm a writer. I've been fortunate enough to have a couple of books published. I do hope that my next book, which is called The Purple Pit, which is about from the night I met Reggie at that nightclub in London, the Electric Ballroom in Camden Town, to the night of our disastrous wedding night, which is like a 3-year courtship period where I was living in London and she was in LA, and everything we had to deal with in between that 3-year period. all my stupidity and all of her, California neurosis. And uh, I really hope I've written the book. I think it's pretty much done. There's a lot of correspondence in the book, the letters we'd write to each other, way before email was even invented. So these are handwritten letters going back and forth in the mail. And so it's pretty funny. It's romantic. It's a struggle. I'm hoping I can get it published or get an agent next year maybe, or certainly by 2023, but ideally 2022. And I think it could be made into a movie. I mean, we have a dream, right? We have to dream before we can have the dream come true. First of all, you have to have the dream. So, why am I telling you this? Greatest talent, hidden talent. Oh, so I'm a pretty good writer, um, and but my greatest talent is being a good husband to Reggie, making her happy, making her laugh, and just being loyal. And yeah, for sure, that's my greatest talent. My hidden talent is, I'm actually quite. I can have my moments of kindness and compassion. um, I do like being nice to old people, and I've done that pretty consistently in my life. So maybe that's my hidden talent. Um, I've got my LOLs, my little old ladies, and when I get a little bit older, I think I'll be good company for other old people. Please God. Um, Question number 8. What is one wish for your life? That the Purple Pit is successful. I don't need to be famous, but it would be really nice if the book, just takes off and I get good feedback on it. And if it can get made into a movie, great. That's what I would like to have happen before I die. And please God, if that's God's wishes, that will happen, because then people will know about this incredible flower that God has placed in my care, this unique, funny girl called Reggie. And yeah, so we'll have that be my wish. That's kind of like not a really good wish, is it, for my life? Of course, health, and that me and Reggie stay healthy, that my family stays healthy, that my friends stay healthy, of course, is more important than having a book published. Next question: what is one great wish for all beings? Jeanine is an incredible person, isn't she? She's so funny. After Reggie, she's probably the funniest person I know. She's really kind. She's very generous. And she's super smart. What is one great wish for all beings? Oh, what a tough question. Whatever the situation is that we find ourselves in, that we cannot be in physical pain or emotional or spiritual pain. But, physical pain, just, it makes everything else so much harder, right? We can try to find a way to be happy if we're not in pain. So I'm going to go with that, that people don't have, pain in their stomach because they're hungry, or they've got, a really bad back, or whatever it is. Question 10, last question. What is the last act of kindness or compassion you witnessed that touched your heart? I'm struggling with this one. No, I just thought of something. Jeanine was very kind when my book came out just recently to invite me to do this interview. And also, she purchased quite a few books to send to her friends and family, and that was a really loving gesture of support and kindness. So that's what comes to mind. Um, I think that's it for me. So if anyone wants to talk to me or contact me, you're very, very welcome. The contact details will be provided. And yeah, I hope everybody is happy and, does your best to um, enjoy your life and be grateful. I try every day to be grateful for all my good fortune and my blessings, and I'm sure you do too. Later.